Authorities say human traffickers snatched a 16-year-old girl right off of a local street, planning to use her in a prostitution ring. Investigators say her captors held her, assaulted and abused her until a chance moment brought her freedom. Good evening, I'm John Stair.
And I'm Andrea Moorhead. This is a very difficult story for us to tell tonight, including the details and, of course, the images. But this is a story that we need to share with you tonight. Human trafficking is happening in and around Indianapolis. In fact, this latest case just this past weekend.
13 Investigates reporter Sandra Chapman explains how it happened, how she was freed, and why the threat is still out there.
This is where a nightmare weekend began for this 16-year-old Indianapolis girl. She and a group of teens were all forced off an Indigo bus at 42nd and Post Road after a disturbance broke out last Friday night. She began walking home when a young man pulled up and offered her a ride. She took it, but never made it home. The victim was reportedly raped at this Motel 6 near 21st and Shadeland. Police say this man, 24-year-old Kevin Gaines Dukes, then met up with a second suspect, Maisha White, and the two purchased lingerie for the girl before driving to Cincinnati. There, White reportedly showed the girl how to prostitute without getting hurt. The next day, they headed to Nashville, where White took pictures of the teen and posted them on Backpage.com, a site known by solicitors and investigators for sex trafficking.
The Backpage actually assists us in investigations. That's where we find our victims.
The 16-year-old told police her captors made $1,000 that weekend, forcing her to have sex with at least 10 men. The teen said she had been crying and asking to go home. She had been texting messages like police to her father and sister. According to the federal complaint, Gaines Dukes then texted the father, demanding $25,000 in ransom, telling him, "Get the money, no police." He also reportedly exchanged messages with the victim's sister. She asked him, "You want to traffic minor-age females and make them prostitutes?" "Yep," said the suspect, "and she brings in the bank. I love her, and she said she loves you a lot, but bye. That's all you will remember about her, and they're not going to find her alive," he said. "Why would you kill your moneymaker?" typed the sister. "I can get another," he said. The texts were traced to a Nashville motel. By the time police arrived, the trio was gone. But surveillance video and a vehicle description eventually led investigators to the suspects near the Outlet Mall in Edinburgh. According to federal records, White says Gaines Dukes was worried about getting into trouble with human trafficking and that he was going to go away for life.
Now tonight, that 16-year-old is safe. Both suspects were arrested on charges of kidnapping, confinement, and abduction for interstate commerce. Both are now under federal hold in the Marion County Jail. Investigators got a search warrant for the vehicle just yesterday and discovered condoms, motel receipts, room keys, cell phones, and some of the victim's personal information stating she was 16 years old. Now, tonight the FBI is not commenting on this case, but investigators tell us that this is an example of just how quickly teens can find themselves caught up in something like human trafficking.
It really is unconscionable that it's happening right here in central Indiana.
That's right, and it's a good thing that law enforcement has much more attention to it so they can address it.
All right, Sandra, thank you.